And here's the part no one talks about. Children who grow up too fast often become adults who feel empty, anxious, or emotionally disconnected without knowing why. Stay with me, because understanding this might change how you see yourself forever. A child is not supposed to be strong. A child is supposed to feel safe. They are supposed to play, to depend, to explore the world without fear of collapse. But for some children, safety is replaced with responsibility far too early. They become emotionally alert before they become emotionally ready. They learn to read the room instead of reading storybooks. They learn silence instead of self-expression. And slowly, without anyone noticing, their childhood disappears. This is not about age. This is about pressure. Psychologists call this forced maturity or parentification. It happens when a child takes on emotional or practical roles that are far beyond their developmental capacity. Sometimes they become the emotional support for a parent. Sometimes they become the peacekeeper in a chaotic household. Sometimes they become the responsible one because no one else is. And sometimes they simply learn that their needs are inconvenient. These children are often praised. They are called mature, strong, wise beyond their years. But what looks like strength on the outside is often survival on the inside. When a child grows up too fast, their nervous system adapts to stress as normal. Their brain learns that being alert is safer than being relaxed, that being useful is safer than being vulnerable, that being needed is safer than being loved. So they stop asking for help. They stop expressing emotions that might create conflict. They become hyper-independent. And here's the part most people miss. This doesn't end when childhood ends. As adults, these individuals often struggle with chronic anxiety, not loud panic, but a quiet, constant tension in the body, a feeling that something is always about to go wrong. They may struggle to rest without guilt, struggle to receive care without discomfort, struggle to identify what they actually feel, because no one ever asked them how they felt. They were too busy being okay. Many of them say things like, "I don't know what I want. I feel disconnected from my emotions. I feel empty even when life looks fine." This is not a personality flaw. This is a nervous system that learned to survive, not to feel. Growing up too fast teaches a child that love is conditional. That approval comes from usefulness. That being low maintenance is safer than being honest. So as adults, they often attract relationships where they give more than they receive. They become caretakers, fixers, emotionally unavailable partners who still feel deeply inside. They may appear confident and capable, yet feel deeply lonely. They may succeed professionally, yet feel like they are constantly performing. Because deep down, they are still that child trying not to be a burden. Another hidden effect is emotional numbness. When emotions were overwhelming or unsafe in childhood, the brain learns to shut them down. Not selectively, it shuts down pain, but also joy. That's why many adults who grew up too fast describe feeling detached from happiness. They smile, but they don't feel it fully. They achieve goals, but the satisfaction fades quickly. This is not depression in the traditional sense, it's emotional disconnection. And it often goes unnoticed because these individuals are functional. They show up, they perform, they survive. But surviving is not the same as living. The child who grew up too fast often carries an internal belief that rest must be earned, that love must be deserved, that vulnerability is dangerous. So they keep going, they keep pushing, They keep holding everything together. Until one day, their body speaks, through burnout, through anxiety, through emotional exhaustion. And they wonder, why do I feel like this when nothing is wrong? But something was wrong a long time ago. Healing begins with recognition, not blame, not anger, but awareness. Understanding that what you learned was adaptive, not defective. You did what you had to do to survive. The next step is permission. Permission to feel without fixing, to rest without guilt, to need without shame. This often feels uncomfortable at first, because your nervous system is not used to safety. Calm can feel unfamiliar. Stillness can feel threatening. But healing is not about becoming someone new. It's about returning to what was interrupted, learning to identify your emotions, learning to ask for help, learning that your worth is not tied to productivity. And most importantly, learning that you don't have to earn rest. You don't have to earn love. You don't have to be strong all the time. Because strength was never the goal. Safety was. If this video feels personal, it's because it is. And if you see yourself in these words, know this. You didn't grow up too fast because you were special. You grew up too fast because the environment required it. And now, as an adult, you get to choose something different. You get to choose softness, connection, healing. Not because you are broken, but because you deserve what you never received. And that is where the real work begins.